Time skip. Morning. The soft glow of morning filtered through the curtains. YN was still asleep, her body curled beneath the sheets, recovering from the sensations of the previous night. Taehyung, however, was awake, still holding her from behind, their bodies entangled. His hand slowly slid beneath her shirt, fingers tracing up to her. He gently cupped one of her soft mounds, squeezing it like a plush toy. His fingers teased her sensitive peaks, lightly pinching her small, making them harden under his touch. What are you doing? YN murmured sleepily, her eyes barely open. Stop playing with PAE, you already tortured them last night. Let me sleep. But Taehyung didn't stop. He gently laid her on her back, hovered over her, and began unbuttoning the top of her shirt. YN tried to resist, holding his hand, but he pinned both her wrists above her head with one hand and captured her lips in a deep kiss. His free hand opened the top buttons, revealing more of her to him. He broke the kiss and glanced down with a smirk, pulling one of her from the fabric. He squeezed it gently at first, then rougher, causing her Tae, what are you doing? In whimpered, unable to hide her He dipped his head down, nibbling it between his teeth. Though small and soft, he was determined to taste her fully. His suction grew stronger, more intense. Stop, she gasped, eyes shooting open. You're hurting. Taehyung paused, then softly said, did I hurt you? I'm sorry, love. I was just thinking about our future baby. YN blinked, confused. What? You've been teasing me for so long, how does that connect to a baby? Intertwining their fingers, he pinned her hands beside her and harder. Why are you like a baby drinking milk from his mother? Taehyung smirked against her skin. Because I want milk soon, but for now, I'll settle for this. You're insane, she muttered. Yeah, he whispered, flicking her. I think I'm obsessed. So tempting. He glanced up. But they're small. What if our baby can't drink milk properly from such? I can barely manage myself, and I have teeth. YN's eyes widened at his sudden concern. So you've been tormenting me just to check if I can breastfeed? Taehyung nodded innocently. I was curious. YN groaned in frustration. You're becoming obsessed with kids. You ruin my sleep at night, and now even in the morning. I'm your husband, he said, voice dark, one hand sliding down her bare body. I have every right to keep you awake all night, every day, anytime. He looked into her eyes as his hand reached her heat, slipping between. YN gasped, her mouth parting. Look at me when Tae, you're such a headache, she cried, clamping. Open your legs for daddy, he said seductively, licking her. But YN had had enough. She reached up, pinched his, caught him off guard. Taking advantage, YN shoved him off and sat up quickly. You naughty bit, he started, but stopped mid-word when she glared daggers at him. Kitten, come back. I'm not done with you. Well, I'm done with you, you perv, she shot back, tying her messy hair into a bun, which lifted the hem of his oversized black shirt she wore. Taehyung's eyes darkened, fixed on her swaying hips and exposed thighs. FCK. In my face, baby. Even if I suffocate, that's a glorious death. Lost in thought, he didn't notice the bathroom door closing until he heard it latch. Taehyung muttered, damn it, she was mine. She is mine. She's married to me. Why does she push me away? It's just a matter of time, Taehyung. Be patient. She belongs to you, forever. He walked to the door and knocked. YN, what now? Taehyung, open the door. YN, why? Taehyung, because I want to shower. YN, wait, I'm still in here. I'll be done soon. Taehyung, open it, now. YN, TAE, stop it. Just wait. Taehyung smirked, pulled out a spare key from the drawer, and unlocked the door. As the door creaked open, he saw her back, wet, freshly showered, towel wrapped around her chest, water droplets rolling down her thighs. FC King Beautiful, he whispered. YN turned, startled. What the hell are you doing? Can I get some privacy? Taehyung stepped in. I asked you to open the door. You didn't, so I let myself in. I was showering, and now, I'll shower, with you. And about privacy, there is none. Not between husband and wife. You're losing your mind, she muttered. And for your kind info, I'm done bathing. You go now. As she turned to leave, he grabbed her wrist and pulled her to him. Her body collided with his bare chest as she held her towel tightly. Tae, let me go. He twisted her arms behind her and held her close, his hand fisting her hair to make her look up. Why won't you listen to me? He growled, pressing a kiss to her neck and leaving a dark. Letting her hair go, he whispered, you bathe. Then help me now. Defeated, she agreed. While she scrubbed his back, still in her towel, Taehyung tried to snatch it a few times, only to get his hand slapped away. When she scrubbed both his arms and back, he lifted one leg, then the other. As she sighed and moved to scrub his legs, he caught her hand, placed it on his chest, and said softly, you belong here, in my heart. You don't have to do everything I say. If I go too far, scold me. She gently touched his shoulder. Is your injury fully healed? He smiled and took her hand. No pain. All healed. But, she raised an eyebrow. But, there's still pain, somewhere else. He guided her hand below. Taehyung. She yanked it back, annoyed. You'll never change. Bathe yourself. She stormed out. Taehyung chuckled. If my breakfast isn't on the table in 15 minutes, I'll be putting you on it, and feasting on something else. Fast forward time skip. Only half a month remained in the 1-month deal Taehyung had made within. She knew the moment that time ran out, he would claim her fully, and she wouldn't be able to stop him. But YN was watching someone else closely, the girl who was always with Taehyung. She acted professional, distant, polite, but never left his side. And no matter how hard YN tried, she couldn't find out the girl's name or identity. Despite her efforts, 2 weeks passed with no results, and Taehyung's obsession only grew stronger. Morning, 1-month anniversary. Taehyung was getting ready for work, while YN helped him adjust his tie. She was visibly tense, her mind elsewhere. Taehyung smirked. I'm excited for tonight. But you look nervous. YN didn't respond. He lifted her chin, voice deep and serious. Don't even think about doing something reckless tonight. If you do, the consequences won't be pleasant. YN is lost in thought, deeply anxious about the night ahead. She didn't respond. Her silence wasn't defiance, it was fear. A fear she couldn't name. A storm was brewing in her heart for the night to come, and even she didn't know what she was truly afraid of. Taehyung noticed her frozen expression. Without warning, he pulled her close by the waist, crashing his lips onto hers in a hungry, desperate kiss. His mouth devoured hers with intensity, making her breathless. Startled, YN gasped for air and pushed against his chest gently, her lungs begging for oxygen. He broke the kiss, just in time. Taehyung, smirking. If you're still lost in your thoughts, I don't mind reminding you again. In quickly shook her head, still catching her breath. 1 o'clock time skip, afternoon. Though the sun was high, YN's mind was still weighed down by thoughts of the night. She sat at the dressing table, trying to focus. She had planned to go out discreetly, to finish something important before Taehyung returned home. But her plans collapsed when she heard his voice, along with her, that girl. They were in the study room, working on something. What was she even doing here in the afternoon? He never came home this early. Suddenly, footsteps, heavy, coming her way. Taehyung entering, sternly. Are you planning to go somewhere? Or are you trying to run away, tonight? YN, startled, hesitantly. No, I was just going shopping. Taehyung. Oh, trying to make tonight special for me then. YN. No way. Taehyung. Then forget it. We'll go another day. My schedule's full today. YN. I didn't ask you to come. I can go alone. Taehyung. You're not going anywhere without me. YN, firmly. I'm not asking permission, Taehyung. She walked past him and stepped down the stairs. In a flash, he blocked her way, slamming his hand against the wall beside her. Taehyung, low, intense. You're becoming more stubborn by the day. Fine. If shopping is so important, I'll come with you. YN, glaring. No, I don't want you with me. You have work, go do that. I don't need you hovering. Taehyung, raising a brow. Why are you so desperate to go alone? Planning something again. YN, nervously. No, I mean, I just want to buy some personal items. Taehyung, teasing. Like underwear. Then I'm definitely coming. You still don't know your correct bra size. YN, blushing and furious. You're disgusting. I'm going alone. She stormed out, only to find the driver unwilling to take her. Driver, respectfully. I'm sorry, ma'am. Sir has instructed not to take you anywhere. Fuming, she marched back and confronted Taehyung in the study. YN, you can't keep me locked up. I just want to shop. Taehyung, calmly, to the other girl. Go with her. Help her with the shopping. YN, no, I'm not going anywhere with her. Taehyung, coldly. Mind your words, in. She's not your enemy. If you can't go with her, drop the plan. Trapped, YN reluctantly agreed. Just as she turned to leave. Taehyung, take my card. It might help. He offered his sleek black card. She stared at it, then refused. YN, quietly. I can afford what I need. I earn my own money. But when she saw him almost hand the same card to that girl, something snapped. YN, hurt. You'd rather give it to her. Do you even know her well enough to trust her with that? Taehyung, darkly. I trust her more than I trust you. She stood by me when I had no one. When you left me broken, she helped me stand again. She's always been real. You wore a mask. YN, tears in her eyes. You once said your love for me would never change, and now you say she's better than me. So what is love, then? Loyalty, trust, a joke, underscore. Taehyung, coldly. From your mouth, those words sound like an insult. Taehyung, bitterly. You know you really love someone. When you don't hate them even after they shatter your heart. The hardest thing in this world is loving someone who loves someone else. They say love is beautiful. Then why does it destroy people? Trusting you was my choice. Proving me wrong was yours. But even after all this, I'd still choose you. Because you're my first. And maybe, my last. YN, heartbreaking whisper. Having me in your life isn't a blessing, Taehyung. One day, you'll regret it. Taehyung, you can say move on, but I can't. I wish I could go back. To the day you were mine. Scene. YN goes shopping with the girl and Taehyung's bodyguards. YN stared out the window of the car, numb. Her mind was replaying Taehyung's harsh words over and over. His coldness, his trust in her. Her thoughts echoed. I watched him change into someone I don't recognize. But I still remember the sweet boy I once fell for. She blinked back tears, whispering to herself. I once asked my lawyer to prepare divorce papers before the marriage even began. I was going to leave whoever I married. It was never meant to be real. Just a promise to make my dying mother happy. A fake marriage, for her peace. I thought if I stayed cold, didn't give in emotionally or physically, the man would leave me. But I didn't know it would be Taehyung. Now, I can't break his heart. I don't want to ruin his dreams. He just wanted a simple, happy family, and I can't give him that. Shopping bags, mall scene, smiley face. Ma'am, which mall should I drive to? The driver's question snaps YN out of her thoughts. She glances outside the window, masking the storm inside her with a calm tone. YN, take me to the most luxurious, most expensive mall in the city. I need some air, and a little shopping. The driver nods, starting the car. But YN doesn't miss the weight of the other passengers sitting beside her, her shadow for the day. The girl Taehyung assigned to her. YN never asked for company. Especially not hers. The girl, the watchdog. She wasn't annoyed by the 4 to 5 bodyguards Taehyung insisted on sending with her. No, it was her presence that made YN's blood quietly boil. YN, inwardly. Whatever I do, she'll report it straight to him. That's what he wants, isn't it? To keep tabs on me. As if I'm not already suffocating enough inside his golden cage. At the mall, They arrive at the grand luxury mall, the kind that drips opulence from every inch. YN walks in like a queen, not to impress, not to feel powerful, but to reclaim her sense of control. She doesn't browse. She doesn't try on anything. She points, commands. Makeup, cosmetics, perfumes, high-end clothes, all bagged and handed to the bodyguards like she's building a wall of wealth around her. Then she walks into the diamond wing, the most expensive showroom in the city. A staff greets her with a deep bow. Welcome, ma'am. May I know what you're looking for today? YN, bring me the rarest pieces you have. I want to see everything. The staff hesitates but obliges, soon placing 50 rare diamond sets in front of her. They expect her to pick a few. But YN coldly pack them all. Gasps, stares, even the girl's eyes widen. But YN doesn't blink. YN, did I stutter? Pack all of them, now. The staff fumbles but obeys. Behind her, the girl quietly sneaks away to call Taehyung. Girl whispering, she's buying everything, even the rarest sets. She isn't even looking at them properly. Taehyung, on phone, let her. Just make sure she doesn't do anything reckless. Girl, okay, a plan in motion. An hour later, diamonds packed, payment done, on Taehyung's black card. They get into the car, silence loud between them, and move towards the home. But in the middle way, YN watches the girl like a hawk. Her gaze so sharp, the girl shifts uncomfortably. But says nothing. YN, I've lost interest in the clothes. Return them. Girl, are you sure? YN, did I ask for your opinion? The girl, trying to follow orders and rules both, responds calmly. Girl, alright, but let me drop you home first. YN, no, call another car, you go. She's firm, commanding, and the girl complies. The waiting game. An hour passes, then two. The girl returns, breathless, after refunding all the clothes. Girl, all returned, money refunded. If there's anything else. YN, what about the diamonds? I'm not interested in them either. The girl stares, stunned. Girl, you want me to return those too? YN flatly, follow my orders. Not my intentions. She hands over the diamonds, and the girl, silent and composed, obeys again. Another 2 hours. YN waits in the same spot, arms folded, expression unreadable. When the girl returns again. Girl, all done. It's 8 p.m. now. If you have anything else you wish to return. YN, no, I've done what I needed to. YN, internally. You think you can control me, TAE. Send your loyal pawns and still expect me to play by your rules. I'll let you know only what I want you to know. Back at Kim Mansion. At home, YN changes, refreshes. She steps down into the living room and spots the girl still there. YN, did you plan to stay overnight? Girl, Mr. Kim asked me to stay until he returns. YN, figures. She walks over to the wine bar, Taehyung's custom creation for her, and pours herself a glass. YN, want to join me? Girl hesitant, I'm fine. YN, if you're not judging me, then prove it. Drink with me. The girl agrees quietly and sits across from her. YN hands her a glass, smirking. YN, cheers. To loyalty and betrayal. They clink. YN sips. Then speaks again, slowly. YN, what if I poisoned that drink? What if I wanted you gone, just because you're sitting with my husband every day? The girl doesn't flinch. Girl, if dying means Taehyung gets the love he's craving for, I'd drink it again. But can you give him that love? YN chuckles darkly. YN, taking care of another woman's husband. Not bad. 11 p.m., Taehyung returns. He enters, removing his coat and tie, only to freeze at the scene. YN is drunk. The girl sits beside her, calm. He rushes over, grabbing the glass from YN's hand. Taehyung angrily, no more, stop drinking. YN laughs softly, I want more. Let's make babies tonight. Taehyung's jaw clenches. He turns to the girl. Taehyung, why didn't you stop her? Girl, I tried. She wouldn't listen. Taehyung firmly, you should go home. Now. The girl nods and quietly leaves. Alone. Again. Taehyung watches YN stumble around, clearly drunk. Her cheeks are flushed red, her speech slurred. He clenches his jaw, clearly fighting frustration. Taehyung gritting his teeth. Why did you do this, YN? You knew what today meant to us. You planned this chaos, didn't you? YN giggling drunkenly, waving her hands in the air. You wanted babies, right? Then let's make babies, Mr. Kim. She stumbles toward him, arms reaching out but missing his frame. She bursts into laughter as she almost falls over. YN slurred giggle babies, TAE. Let's have babies. He grips her arms, lifting her face to his. Taehyung, you're not stopping me tonight. Not with your games. Not with your wine. He carries her upstairs, ignoring her protests, her giggles. Throws open their bedroom door. Throws her onto the bed. YN flinches at the sound of the slamming door. YN, suddenly frightened, don't close the door. The monster will come. She kneels on the bed, reaching toward him as he unbuttons his shirt. YN, he hurts me. Don't shut the door. Taehyung doesn't speak. He walks forward, full of fire and pain, and pushes her back down. She crawls up on her knees and extends her arms, looking vulnerable. But he pushes again. She keeps climbing back up to him, clinging to him. Finally, he hovers over her. Pins her wrists. His breath hot against her throat. Taehyung, low voice, you've tormented me enough. Tonight, I won't stop. He marks her, shoulder, neck, collarbone, purple bruises on porcelain skin. She whimpers. Tries to see his face, but he buries it into her neck. YN, softly TAE. TAE, show me your face. He looks up, only to crash his lips against hers, biting them with frustration. Blood, tears. But she doesn't listen. Again and again, she tries to crawl into his arms like a scared child, not a wife. She tries to hug him. He doesn't let her. She clings again, wraps her legs around him. Breath trembling. He pushes again, flat against the mattress. Taehyung whispers, even your madness can't stop me tonight. And she stares, drunk, dazed, trembling. But aware. And waiting. His voice was low, stern, frustrated. Taehyung growls, your absurd actions won't stop me from claiming you tonight. Though drunk, wasn't fully gone. Her mind floated in a daze, but enough of her remained to recognize his face. She kept looking at him, again and again, anchoring herself. Reminding herself, this is Taehyung, the man I love. He won't hurt me. He's not a monster, not to me. She blinked slowly, holding onto consciousness like a shield, to protect herself from the panic. She felt everything. His hands, his breath, his lips, the burn of his anger, the weight of his frustration. Taehyung's presence was overwhelming, emotionally, physically, spiritually. Each time he kissed her skin, each time he touched her body, she clung to one truth. It's Taehyung, my Taehyung. He loves me. He wouldn't destroy me. But her heart pounded. She didn't want to panic. Not from his touch. Not from him. Her body, flushed and trembling, reacted on its own. She felt heat under her skin, sweat pooling at her back, her palms. She didn't want to remove her clothes. But when he tugged at them, she didn't stop him either. No resistance. No permission. Just surrender. She lay still, watching him, as if watching someone else live in her skin. Do what you want, she told herself silently. Just don't break me. He hovered over her, his eyes searching her face for a sign. Any sign. Struggle. Fear. Consent. He found none, only hollow silence. His fingers traced from her neck to her cheek, slowly, almost lovingly. Then he kissed her, not soft. Not sweet. It was hunger, and desperation, and rage, all pouring into her mouth. His hands traveled lower, beneath her clothes, gripping her tightly, making her gasp. Tears escaped the corners of her eyes. She wasn't even sure when they began. He bit down, on her collarbone, her shoulder, her neck. Over and over, marking her, claiming her. One hand gripped her waist. The other, explored. Her body arched beneath him involuntarily. Under his palm. She squirmed, unsure if it was from pain or pleasure, or both. Her body responded. But her soul was still trying to catch up. He between them. His hips pressed down, the heat of him unbearable through the thin fabric. She whimpered, caught between fear and need. Taehyung, muttering. Why are you doing this to me, In? Why are you making everything so damn difficult? His voice cracked. Taehyung, you're my wife. You can't keep depriving me of what's mine, of you. Her body trembled under him. Not from lust, from the fear of what came next. She wanted him. She wanted love. But she feared losing herself again. When he unzipped, she turned her face away. Her breaths grew louder. Tears returned. She clenched her eyes shut as he moved her panties aside. Every instinct screamed, this is too fast, too much. But her lips didn't move. Her voice refused to speak. Her body shifted under him, rigid and frozen. She couldn't scream. She couldn't move. Only silent sobs escaped her lips, her toes curling as if trying to hide. Taehyung's rage boiled over. He gritted his teeth. He hated this. He hated seeing her pull away. Even when drunk, she resisted him. She resisted him. Taehyung's grip tightened. His jaw clenched so hard it ached. He grabbed her wrists, pinning them beside her head, too tightly. Red marks bloomed beneath his fingers. Taehyung, angrily. Why, In? Why won't you let me close? Not even now. He reached for her neck, not to hurt her, but to make her look at him. But she had already buried her face into the pillow, trembling. Her eyes were shut. Her lips wobbled. Tears rolled down like glass threads. Her body shook, not from pleasure, not from anticipation. From fear. In's eyes stay locked on his, wide and tear-filled. He leans in close, not to kiss, but to bury his face in her shoulder, breathing heavily, trying to calm himself. He rests his forehead there. He tired loses his hope ready go out from there. YN, softly, repeatedly. Tae, don't leave, stay. She's holding onto him tightly now, not letting him go. Taehyung lifts his head and looks at her face, which now has tears running down her cheeks. He wipes her tears with his thumb. Taehyung, brokenly. Why do you make me your enemy when all I want is to love you?